we did it really well last time, so there's a feeling of, we're going to do it better. So I think as far as the campaign is concerned, we decided from quite early on that better not to try and be better, but to try and be different. Before, we had that pumping Public Enemy track. We had, a lot of amazing footage of athletes, the bit in the middle with the bomb going off. Strength, defiance were, strong sort of aspects of it. What we tried to do with this time is completely change the tone to make it warm and celebratory. And that, to some degree fits with people's perception of Brazil. But mostly what we've tried to do that's different is to widen the definition of what superhuman is. So where before it was just elite athletes, now the idea is to say anyone who has a disability, whether they're an elite athlete or just someone going about their daily life, or if they're, for example, doing something amazing like flying a plane with their feet, they can be superhuman too.
Yes, I can, suddenly, yes, I can. Gee, I'm afraid to go on has turned into, yes, I can. Take a look, what do you see? 133 pounds of confidence me.
The big thing that has changed from London is the growth of video, particularly on Facebook. So we now, where before we premiered the advert on television, this time we premiered it on social media. We had a big event downstairs at Channel 4, lots of stars and celebrities, showed them the advert and got them to start tweeting out and sharing on Facebook the advert there and then. So, it's gone like wildfire. At the current run rate, it'll definitely be our biggest viewed video on Facebook, but before the games even start.
I was just born today, I can go all the way, yes, I can.
So casting the advert was an epic undertaking. Obviously, it had to include athletes, and we generally got those through our relationship with the British Paralympic Association. But there's one or two athletes who are not from Britain, like the high jumper is from Holland. But we have very good network of connections with the Paralympic movement. The band, obviously, we couldn't get Sammy Davis Jr. for obvious reasons, although I would love to have had him. But the idea of putting together a band made up of entirely disabled musicians, that really was a question of getting on the internet. The everyday people, a lot of them came through working with the various disability charities, so we have a very good relationship with all of them. They've been extremely supportive and helpful in telling us, A, where to find people, but also portrayal, but also some of the practicalities of, how to work with disabled people on set, with accessibility, but also, various, depending on your impairment, you have various issues for which adjustments need to be made, and they've been fantastic in helping us deal with all of those things. There's a big poster campaign that's starting in the period between the Olympics and the Paralympics called the handover period. So that will be some very, very striking images of Paralympic athletes doing amazing things, and trying where we've got sites that can accommodate it, juxtaposing Paralympians doing things with everyday people doing things. So there's one with a weightlifter who's a double leg amputee lifting an amazing, dumbbell, and then pictured alongside a woman who's quite obviously a mother who has no arms lifting her baby with her feet.
I was just born today, I can go all the way, yes, I can.
I think to allow people to create their own content and view it, it's more bespoke to them, it's more reflective of their lives and who they are. And I think once that education piece has been done around telling people how they can capture these moments in 360 or whatever it may be, then it becomes really exciting because they can then think about how they can consume that media and share it in a different way.